Okay, it was an interesting situation. One was a minor, the young boy who gave testimony about the sitting on the lap bothering him. But he was kept for several years in DSWD custody. He was only released, I think, last year. But all the rest were of adult age. And so basically, the DSWD had no legal way of keeping them more than, I think it was 2 or 3 months, something like that. And then they were released with counsel from DSWD. They could go wherever they want. Now, we need to remember that none of these children at the Sankey orphanage were orphans. They were poor children, some of them abused children, and they all had family. But the family had basically, any family members who could have authority had signed over the rights to the Sankey marriage. Now, this was one of the issues with the DSWD, because their philosophy is one of your goals in a children's home is to repatriate and reunite the families when possible. And there was never any evidence that that was being even attempted in the Sankey operation. That was one of their concerns. But when the raid happened and the kids were taken in custody, they were actually counseled to go to their families and make their way, their adults, figure it out. Of course, as we said, Tom was very intent on regathering them to show that he had all of his kids together. He was not able to regather all of them, but over time, they got most of them back. Not all went back. Well, we know those who still aren't there, but even the ones who are there now did not go back right away, all of them. There was a rounding up process. We know of one boy who didn't want to go back, and the pastor of the church that's taking care of the kids was pursuing him, trying to convince him to come back. He saw the pastor waiting for him at like a bus stop. And at the same time, a American missionary young man helping another children's home somewhere else who was friends with the runaway had also met some of these people and were helping with, after the raid, he was helping during the time of the raid, but he was also wanting to help some of these young men get reoriented. And he wanted to help this one young man in particular who had been met by the pastor. The young man actually escaped out the window of a gas station, joined the American missionary, and went to a different children's home to get help. And he was doing fine there until offers came. You come back with us, we'll give. Well, I don't know specifically for him. What we heard for the different kids who run away, they were being offered cars, which they never got, but they were being offered, we'll get you a car. If they had parents who were sick, we will take all of your care of all your parents' medical bills. And they were guaranteed basically support, salary, their education, going to pay for all your college, just come back. So there was tremendous pressure on the ones, once they were out of DSWD, considered adults, make your choices. They were gathered up with promises of support. If you just stay together, be quiet, and we'll take care of you.